Hey Mish, thanks for joining us today for the Life Forward webinar. You've been with Custom Plan since 1994, so tell me how it all started.
Okay, well, Kara, thanks, especially for using the year, because, that's aged me that much more. How did it start? It started by accident. I was working with another company, and an acquaintance had suggested that I meet with Karl Krasinski, who was still is a managing partner of Custom Plan. And I didn't really know why we were to meet. There was no agenda. There was nothing there. And it was supposed to be a brief half-hour meeting. And that half-hour meeting literally turned into 4 hours. And by the time I was leaving his office, I had told him that I needed to be his disability insurance specialist. And he bought into it. So he suggested that for his consideration, I put together a business plan. I actually put together, now we can use the year because it'll give it more context. I put together a PowerPoint, which really wasn't a thing then, and did a hard copy business plan together with this PowerPoint and had it to him. Now, yes, I had help doing it because I was certainly not a techie then, and I'm still not a techie now. But having help putting it together, presented it, and was fortunate enough that he bought into it. So that's how it sort of started.
I know Karl credits you with a lot of the growth that's happened within Custom Plan too. So sounds like an accident turned into a very beneficial relationship for both of you.
It was, I can't speak to Karl, but I can speak to me. And yes, it started off with having this great respect for the leader of a firm, who then turned into my mentor, who is absolutely a friend in my world today. I don't call too many people friends. That's a big word in my vocabulary, but hugely fortunate to have somebody who not only challenges you, but keeps you accountable. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really important. So yeah, it's been pretty good.
In your time in the industry, I would imagine that you've seen a lot of changes taking place and sort of the path of the industry changing as a whole as well. Do you think that that would have changed anything on you getting into the industry when you did, knowing the route that it's taken?
No, I don't think so. I think when I came into this profession all those years ago, I came into it by accident. I didn't really feel that it was somewhere where I would probably stay a long time. I wasn't a huge believer in life insurance. I was really, really young at the time, and well, I still feel I wear a Superman cape, but all those years ago, I felt pretty invincible. Disability insurance made sense, but life insurance didn't. And again, just to pursue that path, I didn't know that it would really become my career goal. And I had to change and shift and modify and create a different path altogether. And from that point till now, it's encompassed so many other things. It's encompassed language skills that I'm lucky enough to have and have had for many years. It's encompassed travel. It's encompassed international work. So creating your own path means changing the dynamic of where you want to go and using the knowledge that you have formulated throughout the years so that it works for you.
At the end of your book, one piece of advice you give to entrepreneurs is don't do it alone. And the process of collaboration is something that you've built into your practice. So what does that look like from a day-to-day perspective?
You believe in don't do it alone. And I think that's really important for anyone even starting out in our business, in our profession, that you shouldn't go at it alone. And then I met with advisors and I just applied for the job of working for them as their specialist to basically say, It brings down your liability because you're still able to offer everything. It enhances your credibility because now you've got a specialist on your team who is working for you. So that propelled that whole collaborative nature of my practice. And then from there, it expanded.
You've had quite a bit of recognition. Two of them are that you're a laureate of the Financial Hall of Fame, and another is that you were named one of 50 women of influence in finance. What does that all mean to you?
That I'm old. I'm not an accolade person. I'm really not. I can't say it was an honor. Yeah. Was I humbled? Yeah. I don't really look to anything like that. I think that it's our responsibility within any profession that we choose to engage in to give back. And if somebody wants to recognize you for giving back, okay. That's not why it's ever done. I have been helped a great deal, which is why you end up surviving for as long as you do within a certain profession. There are those who have taken their time and their energy, and they've been accessible, and they've been willing to train and dedicate their own time to helping somebody else. That's what we should all be doing. It's paying it forward. Recognition, I don't think anything should be done for recognition.
Being a woman in finance since 1994, what's that been like? How has that path changed over the last 30-something years?
There are certain countries where women flourish within our profession. That wasn't the same here in Canada. So way back when and far away, when I started in the 90s, it was very much a male-dominant industry. So am I going to say, ooh, ah, yeah, it was great because I was one of the few women who were coming into the side of the profession? No, it was awful. And it was challenging, and it was a very male-dominant industry and profession. And many, whether there were clients or other advisors or even home office individuals, didn't take you that seriously. But that's a great challenge because that pushes you to study and it pushes you to learn. It pushes you to differentiate yourself, because if you're going to survive, you have to survive building a really solid reputation for yourself and giving people a reason to pay attention to you as a professional entity. So it pushes you to study, and it pushes you to learn, and it pushes you to be that much better personally. And I think once you start doing that, by default, you get a bit more confident in what you're doing, and people take you a bit more seriously because you somewhat know what you're doing.
Yeah. So when it comes to advice and mentorship, you've mentioned that a few times so far today. What's one piece of advice that you would give to people who are starting out today?
Don't do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Get a mentor who's going to keep you challenged, let me go back. Getting a mentor doesn't just mean having somebody tell you what to do. It's just as much your responsibility as a mentee as it is theirs as a mentor. So you need to keep one another accountable. They give you certain suggestions and expectations or what have you, but at the same time, not only do you do them, but you need to ask for more and for how some counsel will work within the parameters of your own practice. So absolutely get a mentor. And then for anyone starting out, I would say become a great generalist, really good generalist, because it's your responsibility to know enough about the different sectors of what the industry offers, and then choose one and specialize. And once you specialize, collaborate. That way you can always offer and deliver the best because you're surrounding yourself with individuals who are truly the best in their niche areas.
What's the best piece of advice that you ever got?
Never compromise morals and values. Never put your reputation on the line for the wrong reasons. Always put the client's best interest first.
What were some of the advantages that you found of being a woman in finance?
There are a lot of medical questions. And I think it's easier for a female to ask a lot of those questions and to actually receive the answers. As weird or strange as they may be, we kind of don't do a ew and cringe. We may do it internally, but we don't show it as often as maybe a man would. Or even asking female questions, we are far more comfortable in doing that. So asking some difficult questions, I believe, I may be wrong, I may be very biased, but I think it's easier for a female to do that. I think it's also easier to show compassion and to show empathy. Men, maybe not as much in today's society as they used to be, but they always had to be stoic. And they, way back when, were not allowed to show emotion. It wasn't regarded as well. So I think it was easier to ask and to speak more comfortably, allowing somebody to kind of go and feel comfortable within their situation.
You've got a very busy life. There's lots on the go. What helps you recharge?
Recharge is having a really, really, really great team at work with whom I can discharge. Many of us have worked within Custom Plan, if I can actually name my company, for a very long time together. And there's a core group who are more than associates. They're almost like family. And if you can literally discharge what's bothered you during the day or frustrated you or the challenges that you're having and know that it's a safe conversation, it will not be misconstrued, it's not going outside, and someone can give you a different perspective, that's a huge recharge. That's a huge day-to-day recharge.
Thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me.